Louisiana Tech University, Victor Lang.
There you go.
Is that it?
Yeah, you need to cut that. You need to cut that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely need
I got
to cut
it.
that out.
What a save. Nice. Shot there.
All right, Victor, first, kind of recapping your round, pretty strong start, especially the front nine, but probably didn't finish the way you really wanted to.
Right, I had a good good front nine. It was fairly clinical in the back nine. It was more of a grind, and unfortunately I dropped two in the end. But you know, it was still a good round and a good start, and in position to play well still.
First, where does you think your confidence stands going into after today's round, especially the way you ended it going into tomorrow's play?
No, I feel fairly confident. You know, I know where my game is at. I know how I'm hitting it, and you know, I'm just gonna review my game plan and see how I did and improve where I can for tomorrow. But you know, I'm fairly confident. I think the wind is going to be slightly stronger tomorrow, which is going to be towards my advantage. So I guess we'll see.
You say to your advantage. Coach Jenkins mentioned earlier in the week that this type of course plays in your advantage when you're able to control the trajectory, especially up the tee. You've played a practice round, you've played a competitive round. Would you agree with that assessment? This is a course that should play to your advantage?
Yeah, 100%. I really enjoy playing in the wind. I really enjoy controlling my trajectory. So you know, when the wind gets up, it's only going to be more of an advantage for me. So yeah, you know, looking forward to tomorrow, and you know, it was a good solid round to start with.
Hot start for you, and kind of just watching, it kind of looks like it came off on two. You saved par with a great chip up on a degree that fell in the hole, and you were able to turn that into, I guess, momentum, if you will, into two back-to-back birdies. Would you agree that that chip kind of gave you a little extra fire, you know, and get a little juice flowing early on?
Oh, definitely. It got me started really. Went back-to-back birdies after that, so it really got me going, and the momentum was in my favour over there. But yeah, you know, that really got me started.
At the Conference USA Championships, you were kind of
Yeah, look at it any way you want, but at the end of the day, it's still just a round of golf, and you can only try your best. The wind's going to be blowing tomorrow. It's first round. There's 36 holes left. I mean, so much can happen. I don't really even look at the leaderboard after the first round. You obviously know we have to play well or not, but yeah, it's just a round of golf, and I'll try shoot as low as I can.
Going back-to-back bogeys late in the round, 16 and 17, was that just part of the nature of the course getting tough at that point, or a bit of just fatigue with strong winds and walking 18 holes, or maybe a little bit of both?
Yeah, it was slightly unfortunate, to be honest with you. On 16, I caught the green and it ran into the bunker, and on 17, I hit it about 3 yards right of the fairway and caught some of the worst rough on the course. So, it was slightly unfortunate, but slightly offline as well. So I guess it's a bit of both there. But no, I'm just taking the positives out of today. Those 2 holes were kind of just a bit of unfortunate, unforced errors, and hopefully I won't do that tomorrow, but I'm sure I will not.
Looking back, any hole you'll approach differently tomorrow after playing the course today?
Good question. I haven't really thought it through that far, but no, I think we had a very solid game plan going into today, and we executed very, very well. So no, I wouldn't say there's any hole that I'm going to play differently. There may be a few holes where I might take slightly different lines off the tee, but game plan wise, I think we'll do the same thing.
I see this coming into the tournament here, but last year was your first year at the NCAA Regionals. The tournament's a tournament, but
Right.
it's a different thing.
Yeah.
Now that you played a competitive round here in Lubbock, is it just mentally just a little bit easier having gone through this before?
Yeah, definitely. Experience only helps in everything in life, So I've been through this last year, and I know what to do and what to expect. And I just need some red numbers tomorrow, and we'll be fine.
Kind of throughout the season, you've not let 4 or 5 shots phase you throughout the tournament. You've been in most of the tournaments, whether you start hot or don't start hot. I guess as you kind of mentioned before, it's kind of all the same mentality. Just keep doing what you know how to do best. And
Correct.
focus on that.
Yeah, I mean, whether you're 3 over or 3 under, you can only hit the golf shot that's in front of you as well as you can, and I guess that's just what it is. And I'll try execute every shot as well as I can tomorrow.
And last question is, you're walking 18, there's a strong wind blowing, it's a course you've never played before prior to the swing. With all the intangibles out there, competition you've never seen before, do you lean back more on what coaching gets kind of preaching about, just focusing on the little things and the little things that you can control throughout a round?
Correct, yes, definitely. I mean, I'm very big on my routines and kind of mental cues, if you could call it that, and I definitely just lean on those, and they keep me focused on what's right in front of me, and I think that's all you can do, and I think I'm doing that well right now, so I feel confident.
All right, Jeff, first, strong start, but not the finish you wanted for Victor here in the opening round in NCAA Regionals.
Yeah, I mean, Victor got off to a great start. Couple good saves on the first 2 holes, then came back with a couple birdies in a row. Made the turn at 3 under. I would say this: the front 9 presents more opportunities for birdie and more scoreable, and the back 9 is certainly more difficult. So to drop a shot or 2 is not always what you want, but at the same time, it happens sometimes on that back 9.
What going into the day, you had, or at least this week, you had some knowledge of the course, having coached here for several years prior to this year at Louisiana Tech. Is the course what you expected? Do you learn some new things about the course walking it yesterday at the practice round and today during the first first round, or is it kind of what you expected?
You know, it was what I expected, but I think you always are always learning. So the golf course it's softer than what it normally is, so you got to make an adjustment there. But as far as what we were expecting, as far as pin locations, as far as wind, as far as softness, it was kind of what we were expecting it to be. And I think we had a great game plan, and I think Victor did a great job of executing it. And just to lose a couple shots, that just happens sometimes. But I think we were ready for the test, and I think we did a good job.
He's only 5 back. The individual leader going into tomorrow's second round was still with 36 to play. Even though not the ending you wanted, it's still a pretty good place to be going into round 2.
Oh, great! A great start. Very solid, and he's in a good position. So I mean, he keeps hitting shots the way he's hitting it, rolling the putts the way he's rolling them. He can post a really good score on this golf course. So I mean, I think he's in a great position for sure.
He had one of the later tee times today. It seemed like the wind was pretty tame early on, and then picked up as the day went along. Does that almost give an advantage to the teams that tee off first thing in the morning?
Typically, that's what you would expect. I mean, having the first tee time is normally an advantage, but I think the wind, it did pick up a little bit for us, and then started switching a little bit on the back 9. But yeah, to answer your question, yeah, I think it is a bit of an advantage, but I think Victor handled his tee time, his draw, as they say. I think he handled it really well.
What's the piece of advice you got to give Victor going into tomorrow's round?
Well, I think you just got to do the same thing he always does, remain patient, keep executing good shots, and having really good play boxes is what we call it, really good routines is what he calls it, and let the results take care of themselves. So if he continues to go with his same routines, the scores will be good enough.